on rails. Each carriage was lined with polished wood, imported wine, and flat-screen TVs. Inside there were chandeliers, red carpets, and lobster flown in daily from Paris. One car held his personal library, another his kitchen. Some say even his private toilet traveled with him, so no one could steal his bodily waste for analysis. He took hundreds of trips a year, crossing the country in slow, looping patterns. Armed guards waited at every stop. Two nearly identical trains, one ahead, one behind, were used to confuse enemies and reduce the risk of assassination. Along the tracks, soldiers checked the rail lines for bombs before he passed. To Kim, the train was safety. To North Korea, it was distance. While the people stood in ration lines or froze in the dark, he glided through the countryside like a ghost emperor, close enough to watch, too far to touch. The train was his bunker, his throne room, and his final bed. It was comfort wrapped in fear, moving endlessly through a country that was already standing still. In 2011, Kim Jong-il went on what would become his final tour, a journey of inspections, orders, and silence. They called it field guidance, but it was really theater. Cameras followed him as he walked through factories, military bases, even fish farms. Workers clapped, soldiers bowed. But behind the applause, something was wrong. Kim was weaker, his steps slower, his face more swollen. His right hand trembled when he lifted it. He rarely spoke. Doctors had warned him for years. His heart was failing, and his brain had suffered small strokes. But he refused to rest. In North Korea, rest is weakness, and weakness invites enemies. He pushed himself through endless photo ops, determined to prove he was still in control. His son, Kim Jong-un, followed quietly beside him. The cameras never captured what came after, the moments when he collapsed into chairs, gasping for breath, holding his chest. On December 15th, he visited a fertilizer plant. He smiled once. 2 days later, he was dead. This wasn't a farewell tour. It was a man outrunning the grave, still pretending he ruled time. But his body was giving out, arteries clogged, heart swollen, brain under siege. The world watched